Welcome back, everybody. We're jumping into another vintage cube here on Magic the Gathering Online, and I'll spare you the long-winded intro this time. Let's just get into it and see what we can draft. All right, our first pack has arrived. Let's go ahead and put the sideboard up. I just like having that there, just making sure the camera's all set. All right. Okay, so pretty easy first pick here in Mana Crypt. The card's just incredibly powerful. Not quite as good as Soul Ring, but damage can sometimes matter in like longer control mirrors or whatever. But nevertheless, get you ahead early in a big and powerful way. So definitely taking that one, essentially power. If that wasn't here, I'd probably be looking at something like Underground Sea as just a solid duel. Obviously, blue is excellent in cube, and black I'm a big fan of. I know that's a little bit more contentious than blue, but I'm a fan of a lot of what black can do with its hand disruption in particular. But yeah, here we'll be taking Mana Crypt, and let's move on from there. All right, that classic MTGO lag there. Oof. Okay, what is this guy again? This is the weird land thing. Okay. Probably not looking at that one. What I'm looking at here is either Polluted Delta or Tolarian Academy, I think. Pretty, even though they're both lands, they're both pretty extremely opposite ends, I think, of the spectrum, and that Polluted Delta is pretty safe. We're almost always going to be happy this end up in our deck. Whereas Tolarian Academy, if we get there, it's insane. If we don't get there, we don't play it. So I'm going to go for the high variance pick here with Tolarian Academy. Shout out to our fellows here, pretty good, but I don't think Mana Crypt's perfect in the mono green deck, so maybe not quite there. Yogg-Will can sometimes do some cool stuff in Storm as well, but I think we'll just see if we can do some cool stuff with artifacts here. Okay, let's see. Karn's kind of a combo with these cards. It can power up Tolarian Academy. You can play it off of Mana Crypt pretty easily. So I don't mind that. Breathing Pod is an artifact, but you generally don't want this in the like heavy artifact deck because it tends not to run that many creatures. So I think I'm leaning towards Karn here. It's also colorless. It doesn't commit us too heavily. What is this one again? Oh, this is the guy that creates treasure tokens. This card seems pretty good to me. For either the red aggro deck or even for more controlling decks, just to generate some treasures. But it's not what we're in the market for. We'll be taking Karn here. Shark Typhoon, also pretty interesting. Zealous Conscripts, obviously you can do kiki stuff with it, but also just a good card in its own right. You can steal a Planeswalker and often kill it, sometimes ultimate it if you're very lucky. Scarab God, a little slow, but powerful finisher as well, but Karn for us. And let's see what's next. Okay, this one's a little tougher. There's no artifact here, so that's unfortunate. Liliana can be good, but I don't know that I want to be discarding a bunch of cards with this start. I might just take Watery Grave. I was talking about Underground Sea being a possible first pick. This is obviously slightly worse, but only very slightly. So I'll reserve that for now. Let's talk about some other stuff. Commit's okay, but it's a little expensive. Repeal, just a nice generic answer, but again, ends up costing quite a bit of mana sometimes. Source to Plowshares is actually a really strong removal spell, but I think I'd rather go for the land here, and that lets us kind of play around down the road. Yeah, so I think that and like Lily, Swords, and Commit are all kind of reasonable. Okay, any artifacts? No artifacts. Okay, so we're kind of not getting there on this academy, but there's still a little time, and perhaps we can pivot to something else. Bayou's another duel that could potentially help. I don't know how likely we are to end up in green. Shallow Grave, it can definitely enable some combos. You can reanimate Eldrazi with this, importantly, because it's an instant. I think I might take that. Palinchron can be a combo with Larian Academy for infinite mana, potentially, but it's kind of a far-fetched goal, I think, here. Nothing else really enticing. I think it's Bayou or Shallow Grave, and again, I'm going to make this sort of speculative pick of Shallow Grave, which may or may not pay off. Okay, well, we already have a black card. We have a little bit of black fixing, so Inquisition looks okay. Tarpit, also another good fixer. Elspeth Conqueror's Death, actually quite good. It's a solid removal that then gets you some value a lot of the time. I mean, we've been seeing some good white cards. I could see this being the pick. It's a little expensive, but Inquisition is not quite as good as the other hand disruption. Drawing in the mid game, you often cannot have targets. So even though this is double white, we don't have any white fixing it. I'm gonna pick it up, and we'll see. We'll see where that takes us. Just making some kind of speculative picks for now, and seeing where we end up. Okay, well, I could take Workshop. If it's around this late, it could mean that not a lot of people are in the Artifact deck, though you don't have to be in the Artifact deck to pick Artifacts, unfortunately. It's obviously bad right now. It casts nothing in our deck. I could also take Lotus, but I don't know how much I want to do that. Grave Titan's pretty good. I maybe just take that. It's solid enough with Shallow Grave. If you power it out with a Mana Crypt, it's good. I think it's probably better than the Workshop. Gonti also powerful, but not quite as good as the Grave Titan here. Okay, predictably no artifacts are coming around since we didn't see any the first time, but that's okay. Dark Ritual can help us power some stuff out. I think I might just take Night's Whisper though for a card advantage spell. And at this point we're kind of solidifying ourselves into black a little bit. Let's see, Heartless Act, solid. You know, you need one or two spells in your deck to just kill creatures even though they're not the strongest thing to do in this cube. There's still powerful creatures out there and you got to deal with them, so I don't mind that. Trinket Mage is pretty solid. It can pick up the Mana Crypt, which is obviously great, but we don't have a lot of ways to utilize the body afterwards, so I'm just going to take the removal spell here. And now Woe Strider is okay. It doesn't really do that much versus Overgrown Tomb. I think I'll take the Tomb as just something that maybe we can pick up with a fetch land. Okay, Iona, good reanimation target, but not for Shallow Grave. That's not quite what we're looking for. That said, the rest of these don't seem that good, except maybe this thing. But we're not really anywhere near red. Maybe I'll pick up the Iona and just, if we get there, we get there. Okay, Leovold's actually pretty good. Card's just generically powerful, and we do have blue and green fixing already, so I don't mind picking that up. I'll take the Palinchron for potential shenanigans. I think a Massacre Worm over a Casualties of War. Okay, and a random Thalia, sure. So just organize this a little bit. This is removal, this is removal. This is just like card draw. This is effectively a land. And yeah, this is our 3-drop, 4-drop. Shallow Grave, you know, combo card, obviously. Okay, let's see. Opposition's a powerful card, but we're really not set up for it at the moment. What is this one again? I guess spell out of red. No, none of that seems great. Ugin's a little too expensive. If we had picked up the big mana artifact, maybe I'd be more interested in that. Cryptic Command's a little difficult to cast. We're looking like we're pretty heavy in black. This is actually a pretty weak pack. I might take Thieving Skydiver or Imperial Seal, I think. Imperial Seal is very good if we get something to go with this Shallow Grave, which right now is just Grave Titan, which is fine, but not incredible. Skydiver can just be generically powerful. You know what? Let's live the dream here. I'll take the Imperial Seal and hope we can get there. Okay. Well, these are some of the cards we like. I kind of wish they were spread out a bit more. Tezzeret's obviously good in Artifact Shell. Metalworker, same. Lotus Spell, maybe not. And Selesnya Signet, not quite fixing the colors we need. But I think the pick for us is actually Overflowing Chalice. It's an artifact for Tolarian Academy. We can make it big with Mana Crypt. It kind of hits all the right boxes, and if something like Tezzeret or Metalworker comes around, that'll be great. If not, too bad. Okay, Coercive Portal is another solid artifact that I'll have you just chuck into the deck, power up Academy and stuff, and 4-drops, you know, aren't bad with Mana Crypt in your deck. 3-mana Teferi's pretty insane as well. We're already stretching our colored mana a little thin, so I don't think I'm quite interested in that one. Yeah, I'll just take the Coercive Portal, and you know, we're happy to just end up as a bit of a control deck here. Okay, this one's interesting. Marsh Flats picks up a lot of different colors. Zoria's Signet is an artifact that also fixes some colors, so that's probably better than the flats. Frantic Surge, good combo with Shallow Grave, but I think the artifact's just the more important thing. If we don't end up with the Shallow Grave stuff in the deck, that's totally okay. So I'm just going to keep taking the artifacts. Okay, Lodestone Golem, kind of similar. Similar reasoning that we could take it. Thirst for Knowledge, also a okay discard outlet for Shallow Grave, while also being a card advantage card if you have some artifacts in the deck. So I could see that one. Vampiric Tutor, we already have Imperial Seal, so I'm not as excited about that one. And Concealed Courtyard, a little bit of fixing. Man, I wish we had that artifact land out of the workshop, but it is what it is. I'll take the Lodestone Golem here, go heavy on the artifacts while we have the opportunity. Okay, Sneak Attack is interesting. We don't have red fixing at the moment, but it wants the same stuff as Shallow Grave. And honestly, outside of black, we don't have that many colors, so I could kind of give up some of this and just go into red. Uh, Getting Ulamog with Shallow Grave isn't actually that exciting. The ready's also great, but it also is red. If I'm gonna get a red card, I'd rather have Sneak. Could also take him to Turok as just another generically good card. We're kind of running out of time to get the Eldrazi that we need as part of the issue, but you know, I can't resist the call of the Sneak Attack. Let's take it here. Okay, Tinker is obviously great. Mere Battle Ball is great. Fortunately, can't take them both. Well, this is tough. We currently don't have a good Tinker target. Mere Battle Sphere would do that for us. I think I'd take the Tinker. Man, we're really taking a lot of halves of combos. Hopefully, some of those will at least get there. Power Stone's fine, I think. This guy is whatever. Recurring Nightmare, not really the deck for it. Welder's solid as well. We don't have a lot of discard at the moment, though, so I'll just take the Power Stone. Okay, don't think I'm into opposition still. If we're playing red, I could take Rampage as a potential card. Elish Norn is another potential reanimation target, though we're not really there. Don't think I want Niv. Maelstrom Pulse. Yeah, I'll take this. I don't see necessarily playing it. Okay, we have both Metalworker and Tezzeret coming back. Both are great. Metalworker, I think, is less good in this deck. We don't have that many expensive artifacts at the moment. I'd rather have the Tezzeret, I guess. Okay, Blooming Marsh kind of helps. Marine Conjecture returns instants and sorceries. It's not really something we're all that into. Don't think I want a Yawgmoth either. So yeah, we'll take the Blooming Marsh. Maybe this Leovold can get in there despite the mana requirements. What is this thing again? Look at the top 7. You put a creature among them, and it's just a forest, effectively. It's not that exciting. I'll just take more green fixing. And again, keep taking fixing. I don't know how good the white fixing actually is, but these other cards don't do much. Like, this Elspeth Conqueror's Death is likely not going to end up in the deck. Okay, Ashen Rider is kind of interesting. So this is likely getting cut. Let's see. Yeah, so we're still looking for some enablers and targets for that, as well as Tinker. Okay, well, I'm going to take them. Ooh, Moxjet or Soul Ring. Holy moly. Upheaval's also insane in this deck. Oh, this is an insane pack for us. So Moxjet, Soul Ring, and Upheaval are like the 3 standouts. Then I would also love an Ashiok, a Brazen Borrow, or a Fast Bond, a Breeding Pool. Uh, Even a Ritual, maybe. I don't know. There's just so many great cards here. Um, yeah, as good as Upheaval is, I do think it's between the 2 mana artifacts again. So it's just a question of if Moxjet or Soul Ring is better. And I think in this case it might be the Jet. I have lots of kind of weird mana requirements, so the colorless isn't quite as good. Obviously, both are insane, but we'll take the Jet. Okay, let's see. The Monic Tutor's good, but we don't have anything quite worth tutoring for yet. I might take Factor Fiction. That's just a big draw spell. Let's see. I could take Click, of course, is a nice interaction spell, but I think I'd rather have the Factor Fiction, especially with the Mox Jet pickup. Mana should be pretty solid. Yeah, I think that's the way to go here. Really looking for a big artifact. Ooh, we had Bolas's Citadel. Okay, I mean, that's a really powerful Tinker target, so I'm gonna pick it up. We'll hope it's good enough. And we can cast it sometimes as well, so that's actually a pretty good deck for it, I think. Alright, we still don't have anything for the Shallow Grave. We don't have a discard outlet or anything to reanimate, so that part of the package and the sneak attack might be getting out of the deck. We'll see. I could take Prowler as a discard outlet. Not too excited about that. Let's see, if I got the red, I can maybe get this Tide Hollow Scholar in here. It is an artifact, which is nice. We have a little bit of white fixing. So it could be like blue-black main, splashing green and white. Something like that. I don't hate that. I could just take the Basalt Monolith, but we don't actually have anything on the high end that Basalt Monolith's that great with. Recruiter doesn't get anything too exciting either. Yeah, I think I'll just take the Scholar here. Just a nice interactive card. Okay, Krasis is kind of interesting. It's a way to spend a big amount of mana if we get there with Valerian Academy. Not interested in Spellseeker, Lion's Eye Diamond. Rager's like fine. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Krasis, and I think probably get out of red at this point. Here, no. Let's see. None of these cards excite me a lot. I could take Collective Brutality. It's an alright sideboard card. Nature's Claim's similar if we're gonna be green anyway. I don't think we have any ways to destroy like artifacts at the ready right now. Yeah, let's take a Nature's Claim. Probably not playing it main, but that's okay. So we'll cut the red. Okay, there's a Blightsteel Colossus. Maybe the red's back in. I mean, it's a good Tinker backup target. Like against certain decks, it's definitely better than Citadel. And Deluge is the other standout, which I could see taking actually over Blightsteel. We just don't have any red fixing, so the sneak attack thing is not really going to happen. It's tough. It's tough to say no to a Blightsteel, but I'm actually going to take the Deluge here. It might be a controversial decision, but here we are. Well, this is red fixing that we don't need it anymore. Could pick that up. Reanimate's fine against some decks. If we're facing against a Reanimator deck, we kind of sneak their thing out of the graveyard. It's pretty fun. Shriekmaw's like okay. Yeah, I'll just take a Shriekmaw as another way to remove cards. Ooh, Ashiok's great. I'll definitely be taking Ashiok. I could take Geist on the splash. I could take Opposition Agent. It sometimes does stuff. Winter Orb, probably not what we're looking for. I'll take Opposition Agent, probably sideboard it. None of this seems great. I think a Show Intel against like Mono Red. Smokestack, sure. None of these cards are really gonna make it, but pick a couple of them up. Wow, last pick and two. Nobody went Reanimator, I guess. Okay, not actually 100% sure where we are in playables, but there's stuff in the sideboard we can pretty easily put in, so not that worried about it. If we cut these for a second, then we move these up here. Mox Jet's effectively a land, Mana Crypt's effectively a land. So we could add 3 cards. 2 might be a little bit better. Like, sure, these kind of count as lands, but you also want lands in the hands with them, so you can kind of explode pretty quickly. Plus, I think we're going to need an extra land for colors anyway. So I'm looking to add about 2 cards. I think Shriekmaw makes some sense. We only have like one piece of removal right now, so one more wouldn't hurt. Oh, the Shallow Grave should be out. That's certainly not gonna end up in the deck. Is there anything else that looks particularly bad here? I don't think so. So, yeah, I like Shriekmaw. Let's get that in there. Hmm. Maybe I main deck the Nature's Claim just because there's not that much. And then, let's see, I can play Palinchron. Again, it can be a combo with Tolarian Academy, which makes infinite mana, but I don't know what I'm doing with that mana. Playing like a massive Hydroid Krasis and drawing my deck. Can I even win if I draw my entire deck? It doesn't seem like it. So it doesn't quite work for me. Ashen Rider is not very playable. I didn't end up with any discards, so I can't do like any Shallow Grave stuff there. I guess I could put like these three cards in as a bit of a package. So I could. This is exile though, right? So this doesn't even get rid of two permanents. It's not very strong. Huh. Should have taken that reanimate actually. I didn't. Well, I guess I didn't have the Entomb. The Entomb was the last pick. But if I had reanimate Entomb, that would have been pretty sweet. A little too late now. Midnight Reaper. Did we pick up that stupid goat card? No. I can put an opposition agent, I guess. Card's just fine. And then I'll play the Nature's Claim as well, I think, and try it that way. So in terms of colors, obviously we need a lot of black mana. We need a good amount of blue. Green, we have one, two, three cards, and white, we have literally one card, though it is kind of an early one. So let's start with white. Maybe we have just single source. No, we have a Azorius Signet, so I have two. So maybe like one planes is fine, maybe two. um, so let's say two just to start, although I'll probably end up cutting that down. For green, we have three pieces of fixing, I believe. Yeah, we have one, two, three. So again, one would probably be sufficient. These aren't quite as early game of cards. All right, as far as black right now, we have one, two, three, four, five, six black sources. So I'd want a minimum of 10. And blue, I think we're lacking on quite a lot, actually. We have one, two, three blue. So 4, 5, 6, 7, something like that would be ideal, which means we need to cut these planes and play it like that. And that gives us 40. It's not perfect mana, but I think it'll work. I think the Scholar's worth including, even though it's a little bit awkward to cast. Okay, so I think this is going to be the deck. Not seeing anything in the sideboard I'd really want in the main deck. There's definitely some stuff we might bring in. Something like Shieldred. Could be getting at certain decks. Massacre Worm. Probably not Palinchron. Show and Tell in some very specific matchups. Maybe Thalia in some cases. Smokestack in some cases. There's a couple of things, but this is an alright shell. I don't know if it's that good. Really hoping to get like broken Tolarian Academy draws and take her out of Citadel and see where it comes from that. So yeah, that's the plan, and I'll see you for round number one. All right, here we go. We found our match, so let's jump in and see what that brings. Well, I will definitely play first. Thank you. Okay, we got a Mana Crypt. That's good. Drawing the Bolas's Citadel is a little less good, but we can play a sort of early Hydroid Krasis here. We have the Deluge, and we can play the Citadel, so I'm going to keep this. Not the most exciting hand, but it works. Probably lead with the Overgrown Tomb. If we're under a lot of pressure, we can play Krasis for 2, though I'd obviously prefer it to be a bit higher. And no reason to play the Mana Crypt in the dark. I mean, obviously you could some Thoughtseize it or something, but you know, against a red-green especially, you don't want to run it out there until you need it. Okay, we draw an Imperial Seal, which I'd forgotten is in our deck. Oh, I forgot to take a screenshot of the deck too, so I have to actually think hard about what I might want an Imperial Seal for. I mean, I should do it, and then we'll figure it out from there. So, let's go Courtyard, play this. I can look for any 5-drop effectively. Let's see. Could grab a Tezzeret. No, I can't play a Tezzeret, so that's not very good. Could grab a Lodestone Golem. Coercive Portal. Grave Titan we can't quite play, unfortunately. What is good? Tinker doesn't do anything now. Man, this is not a very strong selection here, unfortunately. I think I'll take the Golem here. Seems okay. I'll just run that out next turn. Hope it holds the fort for a bit. Okay, they're playing their own Signet. That's fine. So we'll go land, crypt, and play this thing. Hopefully they can't just instantly kill it, but at least if they can, it should cost them a little bit extra. Okay, Power Stone is scary. We're gonna yield and choose heads. Oh no, we lost. Okay, we're missing a land drop, so I'm gonna just factor Fiction main phase here. Yeah, it's fine. Ooh, they might not want to give us Tinker, which is good, because I want these lands more than anything else. Oh, that would be an awesome split. Please, opponent. Yes. Oh, that's so good for me. Okay. So let's go and play a second blue, attack them. And there we go. Oh, I should have actually I should have played a swamp so I can play both Citadel and have a land drop remaining. That was pretty bad. Well, we'll see. I might play some other stuff depending on what they do here. Spells are oh my gosh, okay, so they're really heavy artifacts. This Lodestone Golem not doing very much, unfortunately. It's an Ahiria, okay. I imagine they'll exile the Golem here, yeah. It's okay for the most part. Mana Crypt flips, we lose again. Okay, so we'll definitely play the Swamp now, and then... Oof, the Citadel is getting worse the longer the Mana Crypt stays in play, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could keep up the Agent here, but that doesn't seem that exciting. I think I'll play a Swamp and then play the Krasis with the Signet. That should work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this takes me down to 6, and this is 4. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do this, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Also gain us a little bit of life. Okay. And we have a big flyer now as well to try and deal with Nahiri. Sure. See what they discard here. Okay, it doesn't look like they're up to any shenanigans, just filtering their hand. Coercive Portal, okay. And the Lodestone Golem might have to come out. They're pretty heavy artifacts. Banishing Light on the Krasis, okay. Alright, let's see what we flip. Hey, we won. That's good. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana up to. I think I go for the Citadel here. The Grave Titan is pretty good as well. I guess they're low on cards. But like the Citadel's better the earlier I play it, right? So I think I start there, but if they remove it, there's potentially... Well, I should have the opposition agent mana up as well, so I think it's fine. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, and then I guess I want to keep Signet up in case I need white mana. Sure. Shriekmaw. Doesn't do a lot here. It cost me 5 life. I think I'll still play it. Okay, Knight's Whisper is a really scary one, so that puts me down to 5. Oof. That's dangerous. Yeah, that's too low. I'm just gonna play a Swamp and pass here. Pretty unfortunate, really. But if they can't remove this, they might think Nahiri's out of range and an opposition agent gets to do stuff, so that's pretty good. I don't imagine they'll vote Carnage. Yeah. Okay. Feeling a little bit behind this game. Our Golem ended up being a pretty bad pickup, as it turns out. That's a lot of mana, too. I don't like that, whatever this is. It's not an upheaval. It's a giant X spell, though. And a Tarka. Okay. It's definitely scary. Yeah, can't do much about a Tarka. Well, we have some removal in the deck. The Toxic Deluge not looking particularly strong here, but hopefully we can dig to some other removal. I guess with the Shriekmaw gone, it's a little bit harder as well. Okay, they're getting our smokestack. That's fine. And playing E7 library, sure. Alright, I'm going to flash this in. Doesn't accomplish a lot, but it's something. Yep. One to flip. Great. Okay, Power Stone. Not the most exciting, but it's playable, so let's do it. Leovold. Leovold's good. I'm running out of life here is part of the issue. Okay, what does this do? I can reveal a card. I can make a token. I need to find removal, so I'm gonna have to draw past this guy with my Knight's Whisper. Okay, let's play the land off the top. Okay, Nature's Claim's a good pickup. I can now destroy my Mana Crypt, which will gain me life, and... Oh wait, I can't do that because I'm at 1. Ooh. Well, that's not great. Okay, is there any way to not lose immediately? I can play Karn and plus it, and then hope there's something even better under the Nature's Claim, I guess. It's gonna have to be the play. It's not ideal, obviously. To top of black here. Do that. What do we reveal? A forest and Nature's Claim. Alright, so we're gonna get the forest and lose. Alright. Well, conceding that one. Okay, so Lodestone Golem's coming out. I'm pretty sure. Is there anything that seems good here? Elspeth Conqueror's Death would be great, but the double white's really terrifying. Shieldred could be fine. They had like just a big guy. I guess I'll try that. Yeah, give it a shot. Not feeling amazing, but our decks, I would say, seemed about evenly matched. Alright, I will still play first. I draw Mana Crypt again. That's good, although we're keep drawing it with Bolas' Citadel, and this hand's actually pretty bad despite the Mana Crypt, so I'm gonna have to mulligan it. We just can't actually play anything. Okay, this is not great, but I suppose it's keepable. And let's see, Quagmire, I want to keep. Uh, Island, I want to keep. So it's one of these two lands, and the forest is less important, so let's dump that. We'll just do Power Stone or Leovold into Tezzeret or something, and hope for the best. Okay. Sure, let's just go Swamp, pass. I'll probably do Leovold before Power Stone, just in case they have some sort of artifact destruction or whatever. They'll have to get through Leovold shields. Plus, they had some card draw and stuff that I wouldn't want to. You know, like stuff like Nahiri gets a lot worse if Leovold's in play. Renin 6, sure. It's minorly annoying, but mostly fine. Okay, Nature's Claim's a good pickup too. So let's go Leovold, 2, 3. And then next turn we can do Power Stone plus Nature's Claim. Slow them down a little bit. I'll probably attack the Renin 6 if nothing changes. They could potentially exile me with a Nahiri, but it deals damage and I draw a card. Okay, they're just going to pulse me here. It's annoying, but sure. I can at least get to draw a card off of it. Academy's an interesting draw. The portal would be good, but I think I'm going to get all this mana down first and then play the Nature's Claim as well. Seems somewhat relevant. What's the ultimate on this? Instant sorceries have retraced. It's not that big a deal, though. I guess casting Maelstrom Pulse over and over wouldn't be great. So next turn should be pretty good, depending on what they do here. Should be able to get Tolarian Academy and Tezzeret. Okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that sucks. I guess I'll discard the Academy now. It doesn't do that much. Or maybe the Tezzeret actually does even less. Let's see. So I'm playing Course of Portal next turn. Do I need the double blue for anything? Versus just having a Tezzeret. Tezzeret can search for other stuff. I can kind of compete with the Renin 6 here. I think I'll discard the Tezzeret, hold on to the Academy, but hard to say. Yeah, that was exactly why I wanted to play the Leovold first. I was hoping they wouldn't have more stuff, though. Okay, well, the Island draw makes that a little bit worse. It's okay. I guess in case they have more discard, I'll show my hand here with the Academy. Plus, if we draw something like a Forest, I wouldn't mind. playing that so I can activate the Quagmire here. We're way behind on cards. They've generated quite a lot of value with Ren and 6. They got a 2-for-1 off the call against command. We're in pretty bad shape. And this is about to get to ultimate range as well. So we're going to need some good draws here. If they destroy this, we're probably dead. Yep, of course. They have Ancient Grudge. Great. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3. I won't scoop quite yet, but we've lost. The Ancient Grudge in particular is brutal here. I can't even play the Citadel really. They'll grudge it as soon as I play the first card, and that'll be that. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna scoop here. There's obviously a chance, but I don't really feel like playing this out. Yeah, our opponent, I don't know if this is out of the sideboard or in their main deck, but they had definitely a better package of artifact destruction to match up against us. And the Ren and 6 actually ended up doing quite a number, just in terms of card advantage. So, unfortunate there. I'll see you for match number 2. All right, here comes match number 2. Okay, well, if this hand doesn't get there, then I don't know what we're doing. This is a turn 1 Signet into potentially Imperial Seal, and our opponent has conceded. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. That was a really fun hand. Oh, man. Okay, well. Gotta win. Not great for the video. I guess I'll see you for the final round. Alright, here we go. Final match. Our opponent decides to show up. Waiting in anticipation here. Okay, alright, we did it. We've matched for a game. Okay, we start with a Jet. That's pretty good. We're on the draw. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. It's not incredible, but it's not bad. Okay, seeing a forest. Spend search. Okay, man, this is tough. On the one hand, I don't want to expose Jet to some sort of removal, but on the other hand, there's a very good chance they'll play some kind of elf that I'll want to kill with this Heartless Act. So I think I'm going to play it and just hope it doesn't get destroyed. If it does, then we're in a bit of trouble here. I can always yield to that. Okay, they just do nothing. That's fine as well. Doesn't really matter. I guess I'll play the. Oh wait, this hoses them, right? This actually hoses Search for Tomorrow. That's great. Okay. I guess let's see. Let's turn off auto yields, and I'll play this in response here. I don't know what they could have on my turn versus the upkeep, but might as well do it here. Well, this is the first time I've seen opposition agent do something great. Okay. Oh, they actually did it? Hold on. You control your opponents while they're searching. While an opponent's searching their library, they exile each card they find. You may play those cards as long as they remain exiled. You may spend mana. You may play those cards. Okay. So I guess I'll find the forest and I'll just go in their exile zone that I can play. That seems good. Pretty sure you don't have to cast your suspend card, so they probably shouldn't have done that. Oh gosh, are they gonna do this again? Okay, they decided not to search again, so that's probably smart. All right, what do I want to play here? The forest actually fixes my mana too, which is nice. Don't feel the need to kill Nissa. It doesn't accomplish much. This forest is safe over here, but maybe I can get this into play tapped at some point, so I may as well play it for now. And then probably just play Lodestone Golem, make their life a little bit harder. Probably follow up with Portal and Signet. Well, not in that order, but those cards certainly. Okay, they have a Sylvan Caryatid. Another thing I can't quite Heartless Act. Ooh, Guy's Cradle. Okay, that's scary. Um, that makes me sort of want to Heartless Act the Nissa. Let's go ahead and Golem them first. I guess if I was going to kill this, I could have attacked with both. Maybe that was smart. Too late now, though. Do I delay this portal to Coercive or to Heartless Act? I think it's worth it just to cut them off mana here. Let's see, I'll do that, and then wait, if I do it the other way, I can still play this tapped. Is that right? Sure. Destroy that. 1, 2, 3, and then play this tapped and pass. Okay, they have something big here. Worm Coil Engine, yeah, that's an annoying one. A little late on the Scholar here. Let's see, definitely play my land. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I'll probably just deploy these two, save the Crisis for later. I'm not too worried about the Worm Coil attacking me right this second. So yeah, let's do this before they unleash anything even scarier. Those are both scary. I think I have to take the Zenith over the Avenger. The Avenger's pretty bad, though. That's gonna make Cradle really pop, too. This could, of course, get Craterhoof and kill me, which is terrifying. Let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana next turn. Yeah, I think I just have to take Avenger. It's really strong here. Then we'll go for Portal. Obviously not attack. Take my damage here. And then I'll play the Krasis for some big amount next turn. Probably, though we're drawing 2 cards, so who knows. Sure, we have a Llanowar Elves, that's fine. Always yield, and we'll go Homage for now. No real reason to vote Carnage anyway. Okay, Everflowing Chalice, not precisely what we're looking for. So probably just play the Krasis here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this costs an extra mana, unfortunately. So that means I guess I might as well play the Chalice for 1 first, and then go Krasis. Right, so this will be 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will still be for 4. Yeah, I guess that's fine. That's a fine multi-kicker. 1, 2, and then Krasis. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Done. Okay, Deluge is solid. So now I'm going to want to kill the Worm Coil engine so that I can Deluge the turn after. As far as my own cards, let's see. What do they have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could actually block with Tidehollow Scholar the following turn, like double block with these guys, for example, or maybe these guys even. Maybe they'll play the Avenger into the Wrath. That would be pretty nice. For now, I'll attack with these. Might as well deal some damage. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the double block here because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can't play this without using the cradle, so this is fine. Oh, and of course, I'd forgotten this stops them from searching their deck, so that's why they haven't been doing that. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, there's the Avenger as expected. So now we'll just deluge for 5. Kill other units. Yep. Right. Still just gonna go homage. They are gonna be able to search, but not for that much next turn. And I draw all lands. That's not great, but we should be advantaged from here, I think. I have to pay 4 for this. That's fine. And then we'll pay 5 life. Any order is fine. And pass the turn. I do need to do something before they have time to rebuild and go off with the Cradle plus the Zenith here, but that should buy us quite a bit of time, hopefully. Okay, this is scary. This is like one of the worst things that we could have seen, I think. It builds pressure, it gives them extra mana. Yeah, this is horrendous. Let's draw non-land permanents, huh? Okay. Alright, well, let's hope we draw into something relevant, because we're definitely getting hit by Nissa here. Okay, Shriekmaw's not great, but it does at least kill one of these forests, which matters. Let's cast 2, 3, 4, 5. Kill that. And pass. Obviously no reason to play the Mana Crypt here, we got plenty of that. But yeah, now they can Zenith for some obscene amount with the Nissa here, which is pretty bad. So we're definitely going to want any extra creature removal we have for this matchup. Beyond that, we're kind of doing okay. Okay, they're thinking about how much to cast it for. Maybe they're trying to use Nissa to get more mana. Let's see. Just going for 5? It's not very much. Okay. Whisperwood. Yeah, I mean, it's annoying, but it's mostly fine. Let's see, it's saying ultimate's at 8, giving you indestructible lands and stuff. Sure. I probably block here. Kind of need to preserve my life total, and it'll cut them off a little bit of mana at least. Sure, you have an elf. That's fine. Then yield to that. We're probably dead from here, unfortunately, but let's see what we draw. Tezzeret. Tezzeret doesn't accomplish a whole heck of a lot, I don't think. I don't think I have any artifacts that save me here, so yeah, we're dead from here. That's unfortunate. This deck didn't turn out very well. Okay, let's see what's good. Massacre Worm could be strong. God, is that really all the removal I have? That's rough. I'll probably bring it in over what's bad. Didn't see much for Nature's Claim. They do have the big Worm Coil. Position Agent seemed great. Leavold actually not that good. They don't have much targets, so cuts off potential draw spells maybe, but that's about it. What could Tezzeret have gotten out of curiosity here? Yeah, not a whole lot. God, Aona would be so insane if we ever get into play, but I don't think there's a way we can. Shieldred could be pretty good too. They don't seem like they're gonna have removal. It's just, I don't know how I'm gonna get all these expensive cards into play, but here we are, trying to get expensive cards into play. I'll cut the Leavold, and the Tezzeret will be nice for trying to cast expensive stuff, so I want to keep him around. Maybe the Imperial Seal isn't that good. Sure. We don't have like insane combos in the deck, really. Yes, I would like to play first. That is an awkward hand that I'm gonna have to mulligan. Okay, this one's better. Got the Opposition Agent again. Could potentially be good. Shriekmaw obviously gets to have an elf. And we'll just put back a swamp here. Play the Quagmire and go from there. Sorcerer or an elf are both cards I can answer here. Soul Ring is not. That's terrifying. Well, we're probably dead. Moxjet's nice. I think I'm just gonna go for Power Stone here. Make sure they can't just cut me off mana immediately. That lets me play Shriekmaw hardcast as well. But they're up a lot of mana off Soul Ring. That's scary stuff. Green Suns for 2. Okay. Serafellos or something? It is. Okay. If that's all they're doing, I'm in pretty good shape. I can kill Serafellos. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I just play this. Leave up a blue just to scare them a little bit. Alright. 5 mana. They could play some pretty scary stuff at 5 for sure. Probably gonna try to keep the Opposition Agent in hand, hit something. They could redraw the Zenith. They have some land searching, obviously. Okay, what is this? Finale for 2. They have a lot of searching. Holy moly. Oh, I can get stuff from a graveyard. Funny. I guess they really wanted that Rafellos. We're just gonna keep killing it for now. Yeah, that seems fine. Attack them and keep up Opposition Agent. I don't know, if they don't do anything too interesting, I might just play this and try to beat them down, but we'll see what they do here. Okay, can't do much about Power Stone or Wall of Blossoms. Okay, so there's definitely no reason to play this now because it'll just get blocked, and this has Fear, so the Wall of Blossoms can't block it anyway. Yeah, I can play this in response to them fetching, I guess. That's fine. Okay, Lodestone's interesting. Let's definitely attack. See, I can't, unfortunately, play this and keep this up, but I do think developing the Lodestone is kind of important here, so I'll do it. 1, 2, 4. If I'm lucky, they fetch in response, just as a shortcut. No, okay. Alright. This is scary. They're at a lot of mana. They can definitely do some mean stuff here. Thragtusk? Okay. It's mostly fine. Oh, Cradle. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's getting less fine by the minute. Course of Portal, yeah. Somehow our artifact deck is getting out artifacted in every single matchup, and I don't like it very much. Not getting our card draw either. This is all pretty bad. I'll probably keep attacking here. I think I'm happy enough to trade off the Lodestone. It's hurting me more than them at this point. They have so much mana. Yeah, we're gonna need some good draws here. Probably like a nice card draw spell into, gosh, I don't even know what. Getting rid of their Corrosive Portal would go a long way for sure. If I could nab something with Opposition Agent, that could also be really strong if they replay Green Suns, for instance. Yeah, I'll block. That's fine. Okay. Kozilek. Okay then. Sure. I guess I'll just lose to Kozilek. Well, here we go. I don't expect to win from here, but it is what it is. Here we are. Okay, Toxic Deluge. Actually a good start. Let's see. This can only be blocked by Artifact and Black Creatures, so I can attack here. I mean, Deluge is going to cost me just so much health, but what can you do? Let's attack. And then I guess I Deluge for 13. Or, well, for 12, and just cost me 15 life. Yep, here we go. Okay, my own course portal's fine. Yeah. Okay, Factor Fiction's less good. Well, that's that. Still horribly losing, but at least we got rid of the Kozilek, I guess. Yeah, do whatever there. No. Okay, well, we're gonna lose to Nissa here in a pretty unfortunate showing, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully I can do a bit better next time. That deck just didn't quite come together the way I wanted it to, unfortunately. Didn't quite get the payoffs for getting fast mana. All right, well, that'll do it for this one, and thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next one.